YouTube, man, how's we doing, man? Grateful, thankful for another day to put some work in, man. Lately, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I haven't really had a lot of direction doing some of these videos, and that's kind of on me. I don't know if it's been a lack of planning or just like less time or just me being more urgent to get these videos out. But I did know at least one thing, that today when I went to work out, that I wanted to get ball handling in, because it's not that I don't have a handle, but I really just need to go back to the fundamentals and go back to day one, like, you know what I'm saying, with everything. But at the same time, I want to work on my shooting. I want to work on little stuff, kind of combinations, and then other stuff you'll see throughout the video. And I was going to go to runs this day. But I think the thing that kind of deterred me from doing that was, I think I had went to a gym, and that gym, for some reason, I was going to run with them, and then I was just looking at the competition there, and I was just looking at like the demeanor of everybody, and I was just like, these ain't gonna be good runs. And I'm like, this is gonna be a lot of just not good shots, a lot of people trolling around. And you know what I'm saying, I don't go to runs to just be on some serious jump, but it's just like at the same time I could just tell, like, bro, this ain't finna be good runs. Like, you know, when you just know it ain't gonna be good runs, it's like we can laugh, we can joke. Like, I be trying to have good vibes with folks, for real. But when I can see that, I'm just like they just shot anything, and it was just like people you could tell that don't hoop, and just young people. I'm just like, I don't want to just be out here just dogging folks that having 100% usage rate, which would have been like, it could have been a good for content wise, but I really was just trying to get some runs in. So I go to this court, and nobody was there really, so I was just like, let's just get a ball handling workout in. And I'll just be catching myself being a little spontaneous at times and just really trying to get better, but still keep up this content, man. The content aspect, it's a little stressful. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of making me see, like, I love the hoop. Don't get me wrong about hooping, but it's helping me see a lot more that I rather, that's the conversation for another time. I don't want to get into that right now. So the ball handling that I decided to do, because I know I need to learn to run with the basketball in both hands. So we did 10 of these to half court and back, which is like 5 full court up and downs. And the reason why I wanted to do this was because I just personally, I think I seen this coach online. He was talking about it helps your hand-eye coordination dribbling with 2 balls, which will help you in a game when you got to make decisions. And, I think it helps with your off arm, because that's something I've been trying to implement a lot into my game. Like, I feel like I don't use my off arm enough, and I just have my shoulder down. And, I'm working on, like, my driving angles and being able to drive into somebody and being able to absorb contact and really just play ball. So that's what we're doing this for. So after we do the simultaneous dribble, so both at the same time, then we do the alternating, so right, left, right, either one. And then we did the same thing, 10 up and down. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of this workout, for real, I think a lot of it got sort of trimmed or cut out. Not even cut out, it got cut short. That's the word I'm looking for, because I've had this injury since like 9th, 10th grade in high school, and I've been graduating for a couple of years now. And it's like in my left hip, or it's like my hamstring. I don't know what it is, but I know it got something to do with my hip. And I know it's because you have to really train and work out those little muscles that you don't pay mind to, because you don't know how many muscles and stuff goes into you being able to move on a day-to-day until you get hurt, or until you got to go to rehab and you working out for it. Because unfortunately, that's something I had to learn the hard way. I'm not gonna lie. The rehab, a couple $1,000, you learn lessons. So, I got caught up in the grind, and one thing I was doing, I really wouldn't catch myself like warming up or nothing. Like, when y'all see my video start, that was my video. Like, for real, like, I get in the gym, I try to hurry up, get it done. I gotta go home, I gotta edit, if I work out again, that's something else too I gotta get done. So that's really the overall gist of that. And I think, once you move bad for like a certain amount of time or a certain amount of days, eventually it's gonna catch up to you, and that's what I've been seeing. And I used to run track, so it's funny that I always used to be this person that used to preach to my homies and be like, that person don't stress, they gonna get hurt. And then 2 years, 3 years later, I became the person who wasn't stretching, taking care of myself. Next drill is, I think I did the windshield wipers. This is the front and backs. So it's all basically just like dribbling that gets you uncomfortable, doing it with both hands. And I could have did it in place, but I feel like it would be 100 times more challenging if I would run with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've really been trying to figure out how to do. So I just be trying to get uncomfortable for real. So when we get through that, well, I don't think I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just the speed up. I try to speed it up because, you know, like, even with everything sped up and stuff taken out, this video still is 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? So, and I know I didn't post a long form video yesterday. That's because genuinely, just to be honest, it's like you be human sometimes, and you sometimes just slack. And after that drill, I did 10 free throws. You know what I mean? I'm the free throw guy. I think when it comes to YouTube, I would consider myself A or the free throw guy because I just shoot a lot of free throws. Because ever since I was little, that's the one thing I've always been able to do, because the one team I played for is the AAU team. And like in my whole entire life, like genuinely played for in the first team I ever made. Like I've only made one team in my life, and I didn't get no minutes on there. But like I remember I would airball free throws because, you know, free throws was never something I thought about ever having to do, because at that point in my life, I was probably hooping for a year, and considerably playing for a year, I actually got pretty good, I would say, for a year. Did I suck? Yes, but like for a year of progress, I'd say I did pretty good. So I remember we was playing, I did a scrimmage, I made a three. I was the best day of my life. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to do for real. So boom. But I just remember it was a practice, and I airball a free throw, and like we will always be airballing free throws, and I'm just like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of just used to throw me off. And I think in between, when you see me dribbling and stuff, I kind of caught myself trying to just learn how to drive to the rim, use my off arm, and I'm just trying to find the perfect balance with that, because that's not something I've ever worked on too usually, or just been too habitually doing, because I've never had a trainer, y'all. Like everything I know about basketball is because of me. I've never had nobody just really hugely sit down with me like one-on-one. Hey bro, work on this. Hey, go do this, do that. You need to work on this. Obviously I had my homies, like shout out Debo, shout out Smooth. I've had homies that like really have tried to tell me like and give me advice. I've had them in both of my 1v1 to 100 videos on my page if you want to see what I'm talking about. But as far as like somebody just like, hey, let's pull up, let's work, you know, I ain't never had that. And I don't even want to like say that on some like making excuses stuff, but it's just like, you know, I'm trying to pick this up and just learn everything best I can. Right here I caught myself having an NPC moment. I don't know what I was trying to do, and I don't know if it was at this point I hurt my hip, because I think it might have been in the next drill that I'm doing, or I don't know for sure. I think here, yeah, I think I hurt my hip a little bit here, because this is the crossovers with the two ball, and I ain't really have a hard time doing this too much, but I think the thing that did give me a hard time is when I felt that little pain, and I'm like, dang, okay. And then even at the end of this workout, I cut it out, but I ended up getting, I got shots up with this guy, and the reason why I cut it out, number one, because obviously for the first reason, I was not hitting them guys. And then for the second reason, too, it was just like, that's too much time, and I'm like, the way I looked on my pull-ups, it wasn't realistic. I wasn't getting the ball out there. For it was just like a little separation pull-up, and I didn't really like that too much. So, you know, that is another factor and another thing for another day. And I think, I forgot where it was, but I think I just wanted to finish. So I just literally I just walked it out. So I'm like, it's still moving. It's better than nothing. So when I got into the next drill with the two balls, I caught myself just doing it. You would think this would hurt, and it did a little bit, but I was kind of just like, you know, throw it through it. Let's just get a certain amount. And I had songs playing in my ear. So I just caught myself doing the, it's like a little method. You could call it like the song method or the singing method, where it's just like, you have a song playing and you just do a drill to the end of the song. You don't have like a set number. Like I said, y'all, it's really been terrible playing it lately, and I will get back to it. I feel like when I first started everything, I had a lot of ideas, but I feel like a lot of those ideas I like kind of exhausted. And you know what I'm saying, I've just been praying like, Lord, continue to give me strength, because, you know, I feel like I'm at a phase right now where it's like everybody tends to quit, or everybody tends to give up, or doesn't really want to do it anymore. And I'm just like, this is the time I need to turn up the most, and I gotta trust the Lord that the abilities and things that He has given me is going to persevere to lead me to where I can impact people and reach my goals and dreams. But I know I also have to keep Him first. I have to keep me first as well. and I just gotta remember who and what I'm doing it for. So this drill, I think towards the end of the twins, I tried to just move a little bit. I don't think I did 10 front and back. And when I say 10, I'm saying one. So half court back, that's one. Half court back, that's two. So, and then the thing about it, this make me look way worse because I usually am good at doing these drills. The only one out of all these I say I struggle with a little bit is like maybe behind the backs. Behind the backs I struggle a little bit with, but nothing too much. Like it's just unusual, and I think that's why I'm like, let's work on the behind the backs. Let's work on doing that. So I caught you see, on first dribble I'm already losing it, which is fine. You play and you work out to not look like amazing. You play and work out to, how do I say it? You play and work out to improve. And if you've been watching me for a minute, I try to improve and I try to leave a lot of my misses in. So right here, I was just trying to catch myself getting as much behind the back reps. And like, this is such a sloppy workout. But I'm posting it because I just want to show like what it's like when you don't got it on some days, like, but you still there just working anyway. Like, I think it's good to persevere, but at the same time, don't hurt yourself, because I think I definitely could have if I caught myself doing the wrong thing. Even this one drill y'all about to see in a minute, y'all probably thinking, if your hip hurting, why the freak is you doing it? But I just did it because I'm like, I'm trying to get better, bro. Like, I drove out here, it's cold, my hands done got past the pre-numb phase where it's like your hands are warmed up and you really don't feel numb anymore. So here, I think I was just like, we're just going to walk baseline and back with it behind the backs, because I was like, I still just want to get some type of movement in. You know what I'm saying? I really also want to use it as a time to just say thanks for anybody that's supporting. We is grateful. You know what I'm saying? We is not taking nobody. I know it's hard, but we are not. But I'm going to say we is not taking nobody for granted. We just working. And believe me, y'all, when I say 110% of me is getting put into these videos, into this content, into everything. Whether that's through injury, body preparation, mental preparation, video preparation, it's just anything. The best of me is being put into it, and y'all don't have to worry about doubting that, I would say. And it's been a short journey so far. Like, I'm a month in. I'm looking at everything I've accomplished in this month, and I'm like, I'm encouraged, but I also know at the moment I'm in a plateau. And I think this is what separates people who are going to be great from the people who just say they want to do it. Are you going to step up out of the plateau? Are you going to rise above it? Or are you just going to keep running and coasting in it? And sometimes in the plateau, you still can't get there. But when you rise up, you get there faster. You get there with more of an urgency. You're more hungry for it. So I'm really just trying to encourage me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a lot of us don't got nobody that's beating down our door like, hey, bro, go put some work in, go do this, go do that. We got to be our own. Sometimes, y'all, we got to be our own. How do I say? You got to be your own hype, man. You got to be your own agent sometimes, man. Like, I think here's when it started kicking in for real. I was like, bro, I got to really... See, maybe I just stretch it. Maybe if I stretch a little bit, that's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe if I stretch a little bit, it get better. I'm trying to stay encouraged. But boy, that jump started hurting after a while. Like, as I start walking, I'm like, dang. But, I'm ignorant sometimes, I think here, it's this drill I like to do. I think it's like for footwork, because usually people do the continuous twins, but here I really just caught myself like, let's just do that. But I think I'll probably start hurting too much, because I think this is the point where I want to just work on playing around the rim. When I say play around the rim, really just like working on angles. So it's like the goal was just hit the backboard, spin it, see where it goes. And something I noticed that I think I picked up, like kind of, how do I describe it? Subconsciously, is when I'm finishing at the rim, getting the ball above the square. Like I finally got good at that. Because like when I was younger, that was something I never ever did. Or it was just like, boom, bottom of the backboard, normal layup. But it's like now, trying to finish high off the glass is not that difficult. And then eventually a drill that I did get into is this little left-handed drill. And that's all that really is just, I'm at this little inside kind of reverse finish drill, and all that is, and I want to make 10 on both sides, so you count to 20. So boom, with the right hand, you kind of just spin it off the backboard. I think I want to make it again, so I ain't like the way it went in, so boom. But surprisingly, I don't know why, like, I was struggling with the freaking, like, right hand as much on that. So boom, we get it with that. Boom, right back. And I think, cause sometimes with the drills and workouts I be doing, I just be like, we gonna put it together as we go. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna go. So, and you could tell the fact that I even went back to the other side after missing, that, like, I probably wasn't the most dialed in on this. But, you know, the left hand been good, old, faithful, and reliable. So shout out to the left hand, man. So boom, right back, right hand, inside finish. Easy. Left hand, inside. Oh, I missed it, dang. We don't get that Kyrie-like touch around the rim. I got to work on finishing off too. And I'm a very short hooper, but when I say the dunk journey will start soon, y'all. The dunk journey is finally about to start. I ain't trying to be punching on folks, but I do want to get to the point where I can just get up, contest shots, you know what I'm saying, get to the backboard, and just really give 110% of myself to this hoop and stuff, man. I'm in a blessed position. A lot of times you don't realize, like, your blessing is just to be able to chase your dream, to have the leeway to just chase it, to have the leeway to just breathe. And I know I just got to stay consistent. And I've just been praying and preaching that to myself. It's consistency. Can't slip. Cannot slip. Dang, I keep slipping right here in this drill. But you know what I'm saying? I really don't be coming in here with no script. I just like to talk as I'm hooping. Because I know sometimes it's just good to just get your ideas out. And it might help somebody to know that you're dealing with somebody that's just living life just like you. Like, I'm here on earth. I'm normal. No matter how much success I get or don't get, I will forever be normal. I bleed. I pee. I use the bathroom. I do everything that y'all do. Everything. Pray. You know what I'm saying? It's people I love. It's people I don't like. People I'm working and praying to forgive. But it's all life at the end of the day is what I'm seeing. So I forgot where I'm at. I don't even know where I'm at, like, on the counting part of it, to be honest with y'all. Like, boom, look at that high off the glass, and it fell. Let's go. Look at that high off the glass with it, man. With that left hand. Let's get high off the glass with it. Hold up. Try it again. Come on. Lock in. Yay. But I'm going to really get into, you know what I'm saying, really trying to change my body around and get it more athletic and whatnot. And we will, y'all. You ain't gotta be the strongest, but it's good not to be weak. That might be a quote. You ain't gotta be the strongest, but you don't want to be weak. You don't want to be the weakest. So I'm actually probably finna do some push-ups after this. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably finna go put some work in. Vibe out. So look at that right hand, that shaky right hand. Whole time you would think I'm left-handed if you saw this part of the video. I didn't see nothing else. So boom, after this I really just shoot some shots, and I just wanted to work on this half spin. Why did I want to work on it? I just thought it was cool. Because I seen Jalen Brunson do it, and I was just like, bro, I gotta learn that. And I gotta get to the point where I can just boom, pull it out, and then just come down the court, get a bucket, or just create something. Which wasn't as hard as I thought it was. And then here, really what I wanted to do was just some tween manipulation. A little ball manipulation, something like. And I know I done rambled and talked y'all head off, but if you're here to this point, man, make sure you let me know in the comments, man. You know, I need y'all support. I need it, man. So if you like the video, God bless. Continue to love yourself. Continue to chase your dreams. Continue to not care about what nobody around you got to say. Continue to live in your situation and not let people make you insecure for being in a better or worse situation than they are. Because you, at the end of the day, have gifts and experiences that God has put inside of you that other people do not have. So, with that being said, love you. Continue to be your biggest supporter. God supports you bigger. You know what I'm saying? And have a blessed day. LFM out.